Mic check, mic check, mic check. I feel it, truly. Give thanks and praise unto the Most High Creator of nature, to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in all ways that are lawful, correct, now precise and accurate, truly positive. We do give thanks and praise. Nam Yoho Renge Kyo. Nam Yoho Renge Kyo. Nam Yoho Renge Kyo. We do give thanks and praise. Shammai Yasharala Hawa Alahayanawa Hawa Akkad Shammai Yasharala Hawa Alahayanawa Hawa Akkad. Hear, O Israel, the Most High Creator, our power is one. Ha 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 ha. We do give thanks and praise. Once again, I'm one step forward, cataloging our information, bringing honorable clarification to our sovereign destination. Yeah, man, freedom, free domain, free dominion. We do give thanks and praise. Now I'm on Sir Trump signs federal proclamation, national Sabbath rest for all Americans. Hold on. Later I'm going to bring up the very specific documents and we can go through it if one's find them thing they're interesting. But I'm on choose to present an antithesis to the 2026 Jewish Israeli American Heritage Month. You know, I'm the author, guided by the ancestral spirit we animate with, by we are sorry out there. Yeah, man, we do give thanks and praise. Sorry is an ancient ancestral name, one of our ancient ancestors where she lived, I think, 114 years, something like that. Years ago, to them search there. Now, it's a proclamation by the, again, we fire burn Babylon and for them federal proclamation, you know. Once you see it federal, you know, a slavery, it applied to them federal citizenry. So we like to be specific. Again, we choose specificity. Now it's a proclamation. By the dawn's first light, we behold the seal of inversion, freedom veiled, sovereignty denied, captivity proclaimed. Captivity for my local people means slavery. Yeah. Where liberty for the colonists is declared by decree, the indigenous West Indian American sovereignty is silenced. Where one Israeli federal American heritage is exalted, many West Indian American heritage remain hidden beneath the United States federal veil. We, the sovereign lineage of the West Indies, and the true Americans stand not beneath a federal proclamation, but above it. For our covenant was written in the earth, the soil, the land, not in colonial federal statute. Our treaties were carved in spirit, not in ink. That are the Indian treaty, Great law of peace. Go to the research. Let the Anti Thesis ledger speak for itself. Now, freedom veiled is in fact the colonial illusion of liberty. Sovereignty denied is in fact the colonial erasure of our ancestral law. Again, the great law of peace. You notice that there's some thing that, yeah, positive, the peaceful area, non-adverse, non-belligerent, non-combative. Yeah, we just choose to reserve the right to preserve our existence. Meaning, don't fuck with we, and we're not gonna fuck with you, really. But fuck with we, and we're gonna annihilate you, totally decimate your environment, literally, figuratively, yeah, and even spiritually. However, again, we are neutral state of being. Again, non-adverse, non-belligerent, non-combative state of being. Clarity out there. Now, again, we say sovereignty denied is in fact the colonial erasure of our ancestral law. Captivity proclaimed is in fact the rest imposed or forced upon us by colonial decree. Thus, we engrave this counter seal in gold and sunrise hue, that the world may see the truth behind the 2026 Jewish, Israeli, Federal American Heritage Month proclamation. Fire burn. For liberty without sovereignty is in fact disguised captivity. If we remove the prefix, we can say guised captivity. Additionally, rest without consent is in fact forced or imposed silence. We don't want you to tell me when is Sabbath, when to rest. And we don't want no Israeli, not at all. We have no interest in you demonic sodomites. I try step in front of the Most High Creator. Pussy. The biblical narrative already expressed the Sabbath day, and the Sabbath day never does make how it go. When me for bow down and follow some sodomite rituals, Dionysus ritual. No, Sabbath are where we all within. We reverence, we sanctuary when we all with Sabbath. It not be me in a one day, this or a specific day, that. Nonsense. The moment we are pray, we are all with Sabbath. The moment we are pray, we are all with reverence. This is why we say reverence or sanctuary. What is a sanctuary? Your temple, the physical structure where you say animate out there, Yeah, man. And what house within that structure. Yeah. And that's the ones that can't touch. That's everything, not the physical. Yeah, man, the intrinsic. So when I look on the outside and follow the Babylonians, the Dionysus Christians, with for them rituals, with fire burn it. That's why we say knowledge over ignorance, accurate knowledge. That's all it is. Now by the house of Dallas, by the covenant of the Awak or Arawak and Carolinian blood, we declare this antithesis ledger complete. Freedom veiled, we know them veiled, them hide it. Freedom veiled, sovereignty denied, captivity proclaimed. Because that's what Donald Trump do. But most people not comprehend what's going on. Them see these people talk all these nonsense and them not refute, them not rebut, them just accept and then adjust to the colonization, to the enslavement, to the oppression. What's wrong with you people? Can't you people see? Are you people not woke? Now, sovereign critique. Our central claim is this. This proclamation from this Turkic Eurasian guy, Donald Trump, elevate his Jewish Israeli partners' heritage into national observance while making the captivity of other lineage, such as the indigenous ones, West Indians, and sovereign people whose treaties remain violated. Two, contradiction. A national Sabbath declared by colonial federal authority presumes lawful jurisdiction over all peoples, yet sovereignty is not federal and liberty cannot be decreed by the same unclean hand that enforces captivity, my people. Clarity. Number three, selective memory. Haim Salmon and Washington's letter are invoked as symbols of freedom, but the proclamation omits the indigenous covenants or the Indian covenants broken by conquest, exile, and imprisonment. Ceremonial inversion. What is celebrated as religious liberty becomes, in antithesis, a veil over colonial imposition. Liberty proclaimed while sovereignty denied. Them have to get these clarity. I want to make some little foreign white guy stand up in front and not talk nonsense and want to run him. Now the 1776 Declaration of Independence over there on the mainland states this. It says, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. That means that if they're not seen as equal, that means that them have as something other than men. Them have as legal fiction. So this independence can apply to you who are federal citizens, legal entities, legal fictions. I'll start again. Them telling a brawling. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that all men are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, unalienable means rights that cannot be surrendered, transferred, or revoked. They are inherent, eternal, and sovereign. The colonists, like Donald Trump, claim these rights against the crown, the British crown, but paradoxically denied these very rights to the indigenous nations in America and enslaved African and other people like the Palestinians. Thus, the colonist declaration is both a proclamation of liberty and a veil of captivity. Liberty for some, like the Israeli, and denial for others, like the indigenous Indians of America. The Proclamation of Unalienable Rights in 1776 was selective, not universal. Sovereignty was denied to indigenous peoples, even as liberty was declared for the colonists. The phrase becomes a paradox. Rights proclaimed as eternal, yet violated in practice. So, them thing here what we call clarity. We're going to look at these foreign people, non-Semitic, Turkic, Eurasian nomadic peoples. The Eurasian group that famously converted from paganism to Judaism were the Khazars. And the Khazars were a Turkic nomadic people whose royal court adopted Judaism around the mid-8th century CE, circa 740 CE. This event is one of the most documented mass conversion to Judaism in history and occurred in the region between the Caspian and Black Seas. That's why I'm going to call them Black Sea people. Historical essence. Around 740 CE, the Khazar Cognatet, yeah, a Turkic Eurasian power between the Caspian and Black Sea, converted to Tengrisism, which is a sky faith of Judah to Judaism. So for them little Tengrist, whatever that work with, them change it to Judaism. King Bulan, later Obadiah, led the royal court in this conversion, seeking neutrality between the Christian Byzantine Empire, where Ethiopia did under, and the Islamic Caliphate. I remember Emperor Haile Selassie, I come from under the Byzantine group, but we know say a lot of these things was usurped and mixed people come into it. That's why I'm say when them not look like we have to check them, we not just run into them. Now, it was a political covenant disguised as faith. Them preserve them sovereignty through spiritual adoption. So this is what the Khazar people do. These Khazar people are the very same so-called Israeli, where you see now. Some of them are the very same Donald Trump involved on the Eurasian side of it. So we look at the Turkic adjective, meaning the description. Turkic, relating to or denoting a large group of closely related Altaic language of Western and Central Asia, nothing to do with America, including all of those names: Turkish, Azerbaijani, Azak, Azaizik, Igur, Uzbek, and Tatar. Now, enough of them little name yeah, probably change, but the of them can do the basic research. I now make up none of them thing. And again, them say noun, Turkic as a noun, is the Turkic languages collectively. So is a mass amount of these people, my people. Now look upon them and say, oh, through them white, and through the one that look different. Now them a come from over there, everybody mix up, and them always a war with each other. Look at the present day. You know, say no, we, I say we are war. What them do is trick our people and get our people for fight on their behalf after them destroy us. Now, the indigenous Semitic people, we're going to look upon the true people, not these non-Semitic, but them want to lock you up and say you're anti-Semitic. How can you be anti-Semitic when the synagogue of satanic people are pretend, but them do them usurp everybody's position everywhere them go? But if you don't have this kind of clarity, then you're going to get deceived. The indigenous Semitic people, the Canaanites, Phoenicians, Israelites, Armenians, Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, and early Arab tribes were rooted in the soil of the Levant and Arabia that are over Africa. That's all. The east side of Africa up in the top corner, that's where them broke off and build channel and do them thing over there. So now it's there were brown skin Near East peoples living in the sun-baked land of Canaan, Phoenicia, and Mesopotamia. There were not Europeans nor later Turkic rulers like the Ottomans. Truth of Semitic origin. Canaanites and Phoenician, Bronze and Iron Age peoples of the Levant, indigenous to the land. Now listen, hear them say, bronze, that are one age, and iron age, that are two. So the Canaanite was there as the Bronze Age people, ancient. And when the age changed, the Canaanite become the Phoenicians, the Levant, same people. And as they move forward, different age, the very same people become the Israelite and the Hebrew. You understand? So we're going to look at the Israelite and we're going to look at the Hebrew. Semitic tribe descended from Jacob. And this is a covenant. Again, covenant. Just like what we deal with a covenantal heirs in Canaan. So if the Israelite, the Hebrew, them are the heirs, that means there's a brand new era, and now are the very same people. Now, the difference with these people are the Armenians and Arabs, indigenous to this location, Syria and Arabia, Semitic by tongue and lineage. Why? Because them are come out of Jacob same way. You understand? It's just that you have some people like the Hebrew, where they would have said, maintain a discipline where everybody else fall away from. Now we're going to look at the skin and soil. Ancient Semitic people were dark skinned. Let me repeat that. Ancient Semitic people were dark skinned, sun dwelling nations, closer in appearance to, again, closer in appearance to Afro-Asiatic and indigenous West Indian American lineage than to later European rulers. So they are them are gonna do their own basic research and can either qualify this information or disqualify it. But what we don't want nobody to do is impose for them nonsense upon we, give with some Pan-African narrative or some as if these hybrid foreign people, and us are the very same. No man. What them do, them will come here. And when them come here, them just tell themselves them are the Nestorian king, them are our. All of what me do, them just take the claim for that. And just take my place. and me disappear. This is what these people good at. Them can't create anything. They're not necessarily going to invent anything. Them usurp everything. Literally. We look at the biblical narrative in a Revelation 2 verse 9. It says, I know your affliction and your poverty, yet you are rich. It goes on to say, I know about the slander of those who say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Those are the Israelites with Donald Trump. Revelation 3:9 go on to say, I will make those who are of the synagogue of Satan, who claim to be Jews, though they are not, but are liars. These are these people. I will make them come and fall down at your feet and acknowledge that the Most High Creator have always loved you, just like when love I. Yeah, man. However, in practice, life for some, death for others, liberty for some, bondage for others, happiness for some, and suffering for others, rights proclaimed for like the Israeli, while sovereignty violated for the Indians on the mainland, totally unaware of their colonization. No different from those here on the island. Clarity. Yeah, man. So the motto would be freedom veiled, sovereignty denied, captivity proclaimed. Now they stand opposite to the proclamation, cadence exposing the paradox. Yeah, man, that are the US Donald Trump nonsense Israeli proclamation. One heritage uplifted while other remains suppressed under federal decree. We fire bonnet. Ledger, title, freedom veiled, sovereignty denied, captivity proclaimed. And this is how you see what structure we seal. Context, freedom veiled, the proclamation elevate one heritage while obscuring the captivity of Indigenous and West Indian lineage. So Donald Trump proclamation elevate the Israeli heritage while obscuring the captivity, the enslavement, the colonization of the indigenous Americans and the West Indians lineage, heritage, hereditament, birthright, sovereignty denied. This federal decree presumes jurisdiction over sovereign nations, contradicting treaty law and ancestral covenant. Now, this is why I am here to refute and rebut this presumption. You know, have no jurisdiction over all Americans. You only have jurisdiction over federal Americans. So you should be specific. So this Israeli nonsense proclamation applies only to federal Americans. Yeah. Not indigenous American, not West Indian American, not even the African Americans, unless them agree to that nonsense. Yeah, man. Now, captivity proclaimed, meaning them are express the fact that them have you enslaved. You understand? So slavery is being expressed. A national Sabbath declared by an executive power becomes a symbol of imposed or forced rest, not sovereign liberty. If untidy Donald Trump can step up there and open him untidy Epstein file mouth, and I talk about him and make decree and uno follow that federal nonsense, then that's on you. However, through me no law, and me know theme federal decree cannot be law. You understand? Then it can't apply to me. It can't apply to my associates. It can't apply to my people. And it specifically can't apply to people of the West Indies. Yeah, man. So this is honorable clarification. Yeah, man. Removing the presumption where federal decree apply to all man. We are set fire born to no core. Yeah, man. Honor out there, Raekwon. Honor my Lord. Honor my King. Yeah, man. Complete gratitude for your presence. Yeah, man. We just pass through or share some information, bringing honorable clarification to our sovereign state capacity. Yeah, man. Sovereign united state of being. We have to express it. Yeah, man, if we not express it, then Babylon are going to say them never know of it. Them never know about it. Now them can, so them have plausible deniability because them never know. Now because I publish this information, it goes straight to untidy Epstein file Donald Trump office, where them little secret service society will scrutinize it and say, oh, here is a sovereign man again. Here is his law. We can't deal with it. Why? Because it is truth. What foreign man who is the CEO of some foreign corporation can impose colonization upon our Western hemispheric region and then think we're going to just turn over and say, we agree to your colonial proclamation, to your colonial decision, to your colonial, what's the next word? Corruption. Donald, Israeli, a blackmailer. Israeli got you by your balls, if you have any. Now we are turning to the Caribbean and say you want war with the Caribbean. And you got to take away your friend over one of them little island there and puff up your chest and then you run go fight war with Iran. How is that working out for you, sir? So it's your own annihilation. It's truth over on a lies, truth over on a fiction. Yeah, man. And clarity with decimate to no confusion. Babylon, you're wrong. Yeah, man. Babylon, you're wrong. Again, Babylon, you're wrong. Yeah, man. Anyway, hold them out there, my Lord. Yeah, man. May the Most High guide and protect the item in all the item ways and all the item endeavors and bliss the item perpetually. Yeah, man. Completely. Yeah, man. Our walk Indian nation in America, stay bold and brave out there. Stay firm and strong out there. And stay wild and free out there. Perpetually. Perpetually. Yeah, man. And remember, we stay lawful. We stay correct. And, Now we're accurate, precise and accurate, so we truly have to stay positive. So when I hear me, I express myself. The ones that have to comprehend, say it's just an expression. When you interact or something different, that's why we say knowledge over ignorance. If me I go down the road and a policeman or any man stop me, that means them want a conversation. You see, because I am not low IQ, I am not illiterate, I am not a buto, what them call dark and fool, then me I gonna give whomever an ear. You understand? How can I help you, sir or madam? Whether you're police, garbage man, thief, whatever. How can I? And then a man go express it. Now I go be, hey boy, I'm a bad man. It's never that, can never that, and I don't support that. It's an embarrassing state of condition. Why? Because you know have the vocabulary to express yourself articulately. So why the fuck you want me untie the down's mouth? Police will lick out your teeth. What's wrong out there? If a policeman stop you and say, boy, you do this wrong or that wrong, then okay, officer, do your job and then I will do my next best. You understand? All you have to do enough is make sure you invoke your inherent right. You have to do that. But you're not going to fuss and you're not going to fight. Why? The officer must ask you a question. The officer must ask you a question. The officer not going to just see you go down the road driving your car, pull you over and start beat your ass. It not all when him mad and bad. Nah, it's just like a madman. You see a madman going down the road. Him now just run and attack you. And no, most of the time when somebody else fuck with him up the road and you get the brunt end. But him have to ask you a question now. How you respond is everything. That's all it is. If you are got respond, even when a man be rude and hey boy, who you? What your name? Good evening, officer. Good evening, sir or madam. How can I help you today? I am such and such. This is my documentation. Where say you want license, registration, insurance, and proof of what and what and what? Here is my credentials, sir. And if him can't read and write and learn, dance, him a go say, what is? This is a government thing. Oh, sir, I'm not a government entity. We may have to go lock you up. No problem, sir. Do your job. You understand? And that is it. Now, him have to go lock you up. And then you do your paperwork or you go through the process and you express yourself and you go into them court and win. And if you choose to sue, forget back whatever, you sue and you go through the process. It might take you forever, but you fight. And you fight lawfully, appropriately. Not this low IQ illiteracy. It's unbecoming. No West Indian should operate like that. And specifically, our Wakan cannot function that way. Because them have an appropriate office where direct them in their activities when it come on to the public arena. So we now I now go to that. It is impossible for me go there and me and police are fuss and fight and no. A police must have said, boy, I catch a sovereign man, I go and beat your ass. And when the pussy try that, that's when we're gonna know say, yeah, it a gonna be action packed. Unlike when I go say, police beat him up and police not get no lick. Police nose a go broke, police eye socket a go lick out, police heart a go stop, and that is just in a fight. And when they want to pull them gun, them can't, them a get too much blood clot, lick and kick boy till them sick. All when we all That's my thing there. Not just come beat up. Beat up your suck cocky. Beat up. Oh! And what you say, boy? Girl? No. It's wrong. It's unlawful. It's illegal. It's immoral. It's out of order. How can we accept it? No, man. Then if you beat me up and better than me and me can't catch you and me can't fight you, me I go sit down at your blood clot school where you carry your picnic or where you carry the babysitter. And I just have a big blood clot stone in my hand and judgment. How you feel? How would you feel? You have to think that way before you act. This is why I'm tell one say leave criminality alone. Don't make them brand you as criminal. Because the moment them put that brand upon you, it's judgment. Now tell them pussy there for brand me as criminal now. Tell them. Tell them talk show also say, yes, see that run under your nasty orange untidy mama. Where? Prove your criminality, sodomite. Because here on the island, them say, oh, him have gun him for dead. Where the fuck that law came from? Who give these unlearned dons police authority to make legal determination such as those? Since when did having anything at all become a death sentence? When? Where? Only on this island. Because the people are dunce like ratbat, unlearned like a sour untidy pussy cat. But you can't tell them that. You can't tell them that. You're mad. Can't tell them that I am. Anna McKing, what you say out there? I don't know where I'm going with this thing, but I will see it. Okay. No. Stop sharing, man. Okay. Anna McKing, president equal principle over property things. Yeah, man. Yes, my lord, man. But if they want to pass through our time now, it's kind of late, you know. I have to start open up my thing, make the them come city, you know. So the them can chant out here. I have to make an official YouTube pledge of allegiance to the Awak Indian nation and make that pledge be officiated as such. Well, everybody know me, I'm the only sovereign man. We're going with myself. Yeah, we have a lot of other sovereigns, but we can't help the ones that is afraid. Yeah, I have to start singing Fredy songs. Say, I'm afraid, but I'm still out here. I'm afraid, but I don't care. I'm afraid, but I don't give a F what these colonizers and colonists impose or try to do. It can't apply to me because I am free, sovereign in my capacity. These are the distinctions. And you just put that in paper and write it down and say that is it. You live that way. You live that way. You live that way. Yeah, man. No compromise. What Donald Trump we married a woman where express herself as a whole harlot can come and give we in a decree and say it apply to West Indian or even any Indian. It only can apply to federal citizenry, like the Israeli, those demonic people. Fire burn, and I'm done. Complete gratitude out there. Hold them, Ray. Hold them, my Lord. Hold them, my Lord. Yeah, man, and non-drifter them out there, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, we are forbidden non-drifter and allow them to drift. Because if them choose to be distracted, then, make them distracted. So them are the drifters out there, while we are the non-drifters out there. Yeah. So you got to look out there and see the drifters And you're going to see the non-drifters. Listen, there should be a distinction. It's like when I step outside, I don't know what it is, but the people them look for me like me a tourist, and me there Jamaica from 2010, me not leave the island. But for whatever reason, the people them look for me like me a tourist, and then deal with me like me a tourist, like me a foreigner. Me a tell some shopkeeper say, hold on, a tourist price that yeah, give me a what? You understand? And the people them laugh like them know what them are doing. Me not understand what kind of energy me are moving by these people just. You understand? And then everybody are come with some kind of issues, some kind of problem. You know, the one here, you see those girls you was talking to, them do this and them do that. And when I talk to these girls, them say this and that. I'm like, listen, we have to start care for each other, man. And just follow the golden rule. Just do no harm, do no wrong, and you're gonna be alright. Yeah, man, just follow the golden rule, man. Just do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So if you don't want a man disrespect you, why you disrespect people? You understand? Yeah, man, just apply them basic principles there within yourself, within your life. The things them way you can do for yourself, why you gonna ask somebody to do it? You got to, hey, son, go pick up that for me. Hey, daughter, pass a cup there for me. Pass that when you can get up and do it yourself. And we have to apply ourselves out the people. Yeah, man, we have to make that effort, really. And we have to, declare our sovereignty and maintain that capacity. Yeah, man, and do it harmoniously. Again, neutrality, non-adverse, non-belligerent, non-combative, united state of being. That's who the Awakans are. That's who the wild Indians are. Yeah, man. Complete gratitude. Honor, my Lord. Honor, my King. Honor, my King. Sir. Ray.